Good morning, guys. All right, so we've got some gappers today. First one is CLWT, probably the main watch I'm looking at. Gapping up from 318 to 455. I'm watching it under this 450 support. See if it breaks under there. Maybe jump in for a short. Also watching PFNX. I know I put this one on my watch list video from yesterday. It's gapping up from $6.10 to $7 right now. Keeping an eye on that one as well. LPTH, not the best volume, but it's gapping up from 214 to 225. SORL, gapping up from 524 to 585. So I'm keeping an eye on those as well. Also watching BOXL. If you look here, you can see BOXL sitting at 1070, gapping down some, but it's moving. So I'll watch this one either for a long or a short, possibly maybe down to 10. TRXC, small gap, looking at this one for a long setup, especially if it can hold support over this $0.50 of 250. Looks pretty decent for a long, maybe if it breaks 259. Watching this one. AYTU, it's a cheap penny stock, so I'm gonna have to watch this one on Robinhood, but it's gapping up from 39.5 cents, basically 40 cents to 53 cents, so keep an eye on that one as well. PPDF, gapping up from 688 to 720. Low volume, looks like a little bit higher float of a stock, but watching it maybe for a long over this 742 level or a short down to 7. Let's see what else. VIPS, watching this one for a continuation short. Maybe if it breaks 12, look to short it, or if it holds over 13, maybe a rebound long setup up to this 1363 level. And then the last one is TNDM. This one's sitting right at the whole dollar of 11, sitting right at 11, watching this one over 11.30, or if it drops down to 10.50, maybe under that, depending on how weak it looks. And so that's everything I'm watching today as of now. Still kind of looking to see what else I can find. Let's see if any of these are actually tradable, though. Hoping some of these I'll be able to trade on TradeNet. CLWT is a no. That's a bummer. PFNX is no. TNDM is yes. SORL is a yes. BOXL I can trade. TRXC I can trade. AYTU I cannot. PPDF I can trade. VIPS. And so about half of on my watch list is tradable. I can trade these two, or these three really. Actually, I can't. I can trade these two. I can't trade these top two, which I'm kind of bummed out about because I really liked CLWT maybe for a short down to 4. So kind of bummed out about that. But oh well, there's lots of other stocks to keep an eye on. What's up, Tiny? Good morning. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Unknowns. D. Evan, NYC 7. What's up, guys? Alright, so I'm still kind of looking to see if I can find anything else. And then in a second, we'll go over the news. Maybe CRON. Yeah, I'm watching CRON. It's had a really big last 2 days. I think when it drops, it's going to drop hard, though. This was an obvious pump from the last few days. You can see it went from really around $3 all the way to $11.90, back down to 5. It has a ton of support at 5. But, you know, we'll see what happens with this one. I'm pretty sure I can trade it. Yeah, so maybe watch CRON as well. Let's see. You can see MYND gapping up some. MDGS. None of these are tradable. XENE looks good. Low float, not tradable either. NTLA gapping up some. Alright, so I can trade NTLA. I guess I'll watch that one. HTBX gapping up some. Yeah, that's basically it though. Alright, so we've got some decent movers. IMTE, TRXC. Few other ones. I'll go ahead and add my watch list. I know I added a few to this already, so I'll try to include that in the chat as well. Good morning, Mitch. What's up, Mr. Eric Wade? Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. No, it's not, Mitch. I'm pretty bummed out about it, to be honest. Here's my watch list so far. Still kind of looking, but yeah, CLWT is not tradable. I'm kind of bummed out. I was looking to possibly short it. I like it for a short, especially under 450 where it's had a lot of previous support. And so I'm kind of bummed out about that one. I mean, there's lots of other stuff to trade. You know, more than half of my watch list is tradable, but it's just frustrating that the main watch that I'm looking at isn't on TradeNet. So let's look up the news for some of these. Nice, Mitch. Nice trade, bro. Good job, man. All right, so let's look up the news for some of these stocks. First one, biggest watch is CLWT. And let's see. Eurotech Holdings Company Limited reports 2017 year-end results. The company's revenue for fiscal 2017 were approximately $17,350,000, an approximate 22.8% decrease compared to approximately $22,478,000 in the company's fiscal year ended December 31st, 2016. The company had net profit of approximately $473,000 in fiscal 2017, an increase of 105% as compared to approximately $231,000 in fiscal 2016, despite the drop in revenues. This was primarily due to decrease in operating loss as a result of increase in gross margin percent and decrease in selling and administrative expenses, decrease in income taxes expenses, and contributions from affiliates, namely Zhejiang Tianlin Environmental Protection Technology Company, also known as Blue Sky. The company is positive about the ballast water business as it has recently obtained the certificate of utility model patent for its handheld ballast water checker in China, in addition to the type approval certificate from China's Classification Society for its 200, 300, 500, 750, 1200, 1250 cubic meters per hour ballast water treatment systems. So that's good news. Revenue increased year over year, so that's ultimately why CLWT is gapping up some. The next one I'm looking at is NTLA. You can see it on the top right. All right, so basically what's going on with NTLA is that it was raised to a buy from neutral by charging Chardon Capital. And so the rating was raised from a buy or to a buy from a neutral rating. So that's why NCLA is gapping up. Next one I'm looking at is CRON. First quarter 2018 results is why CRON is up as quarter one revenue jumps. So CRON up on good revenue. The next one I'm looking at, which is probably my main watch now, is since CLWT is not tradable on TradeNet, is SORL. SORL Auto Parts reports a 44.1% sales increase in the first quarter of 2018. SORL Auto Parts quarter one results up versus a year ago. So good quarter one results for SORL, and you can see that's why it's gapping up. It's a small gap, but I'm still watching it, maybe for a short under 4, maybe for with a short down to 450. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I think it'll bounce when it gets to 450, but that's kind of where I'm watching, so gonna keep an eye on that at the open. All right, so the next one I'm looking at is BOXL. You can see this one is actually gapping down a pretty big amount. I'm going to watch it for a continuation under 950 or maybe for a bounce. We'll see. And BOXL, let's see the news out on this one. Alright, so it looks like it's an acquisition that happened yesterday afternoon. Boxlight announces acquisition of Cohuberate, a leading provider of interactive technology solutions for the global education market. Today announced it has completed the acquisition of United Kingdom-based Cohuberate. Cohuba is how it's pronounced, I guess. Cohuba. From a family trust of Tony Kyan, founder of Promethean. Cohuba is a developer of touch display technology for the education, business, and government markets. Boxlight acquired Cohuba for approximately $1.8 million through the issuance of 257,200 shares of common stock at a price of $7 per share. And so BOXL was up yesterday from an acquisition. Apparently it's gapping down some, probably up a little bit too much from that news. And so it was started at 6, ended up at 12 in after hours. And now it's dropping down some. So we'll see how it acts at this $10 level, as well as another level is this 1075 point, or this 950 point. So watching it under these, see if it can hold. So here's CLWT, big drop in it, down to 415. And so the next one I'm looking at is TRXC. It's a small gap. This is probably one of the ones I like the most for a long setup. But, you know, you never really know which way they're going to head. TRXC doesn't really have any news out with it right now. It's just kind of gapping up off of momentum, I guess. So we'll see what happens with it. AYTU, little cheap penny stock, gapping up from 39 cents to 52 cents. Look at this big drop on CLWT. Big drop under 450. As soon as it cracked 450, it just washed. We'll see if it finds support at 4 right here. But AYTU is the next one I'm looking at. No news out for AYTU, not that I see, so interesting. We'll see. I wish I could short it. PPDF, next one I'm looking at, small gap. Alright, so it looks like it's good first quarter results for PPDF. That's ultimately why it's gapping up. We'll see which way this one heads. I'm kind of torn. I don't know if I like it for a long or a short. It could be either one, so we'll see which way PPDF heads. VIPS gapping down a pretty substantial amount. Alright, so weak quarter 2 revenue guidance is why VIPS is down. It's a little bit lower than they estimated, and so it's diving. So bad results for VIPS. Bad not results, but bad earnings and revenue in the second quarter for VIPS. And then the last one is TNDM, dropping down from 1114 to 1084 now. All right, so the reason this one's even moving at all is because it was raised to overweight from neutral. So they changed the rating on TNDM, and so that's ultimately why it's moving. So that's everything I'm watching this morning so far. Let me know if you guys see anything else that looks interesting that I missed. All right, AKER, kind of catching up on the chat here, guys. AKER, well, it was up to 50 cents. Now it's just not moving at all. It's weird. It moved up there, but the volume was low, so we'll see what it does here. Interesting. Oh yeah, Mitch, you're holding CLWT, so you should have done well with that trade, huh? Good job, man. Sorry, bumped my head on the printer, dropping something. Sorry for the loud bang, guys. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's a good idea. Mitch, make a separate watch list for everything that's not tradable on TradeNet. Really, like, you know, I have, like I said, I always say I use my U-Stock account as like a bank account. And so really I'm only going to be trading on Robinhood, which I only have 1 day trade. And so I try to find stuff that's all tradable on TradeNet. I mean, I try to list anything that's moving, but, you know, a lot of it is based around my TradeNet account as well. Nice, NYC, good trade, good trade. What's up, Power Zone? Good morning, man. Nice, Mitch. HTBX. Alright, so yeah, I'm watching NTLA. Like, I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm kind of more short biased with it, but it all depends. Looking at it under this low right here, CLWT is all the way back up. Yeah, Mitch, that makes sense though. For the failed short or the failed bull flag strategy, I've always said, like, in a lot of my older videos, I've always said that I don't trust any long setup after the third flag, right? So if a stock flags 3 times, after that it usually starts to get a little bit extended. And so I kind of like that idea of shorting it after the third flag. Appreciate the sub, UBN. Appreciate it, man. EOLS. Yeah, I mean, the problem, let me see. The problem is it's lower than it was yesterday, even when it closed on a Friday. So it closed Friday at this 1350 level, and now it's actually $1 under that. So it's actually lower. We'll see. I like this one for a short more than anything. But we'll see. You never really know. Appreciate the sub, Smashville. I was trying to look to see where the noise came from. Appreciate the sub, man. Welcome. Yeah, I'm watching HTBX Power Zone. Appreciate the sub, Bruno. Welcome, man. And just sub after sub this morning, huh? Appreciate it, guys. But yeah, I'm watching HTBX. I think this one's tradable. It looks like a higher float stock. Oh, this one's not tradable. Usually these higher float penny stocks are. That's a bummer. But yeah, watching it over 150. It has a small range, but it's gapping up some. These three probably my main watches. I mean, I'm watching CLWT as well, but I can't trade it, so can't do much for it. Nice, Strawberry. Well, what stock? INO. Oh man, I missed INO. Appreciate it. I didn't even see this one. I mean, it's too close to this low right here at 480, but I'll still keep an eye on it. I can trade it, so appreciate you letting me know about this one. I would have missed it. Moving a lot, which is what I like about it. So there's Sorrel and INO. Let's see which one I like more. I mean, usually when a stock's this close to the closing price at 472, I'm either watching it for a bounce when it gets to 475 or a short if it breaks under that closing price from at 473 from yesterday. But I do like that one. Alright, so one that's really interesting that I'm kind of looking at now for a short is VIPS. You can see this one's starting to slowly drop closer and closer to this low of after hours right here at 1206. So if it breaks under 12, it may be a good short. And so this is another one I'm keeping an eye on. It's getting pretty close to this low right here at 1206. And so, you know, we'll see if it bounces or if it breaks it, and, you know, we'll try to react to what it does, but looks interesting. Could bounce at 12, could drop and break 12, so we'll see. VIPS. What's up, Rise? Good morning. What's up, Ant? What's up, man? What's up, Dollar Trader? Yeah, and I'll try to give it another shout out later on today. Just remind me. I know I was supposed to do it yesterday. I forgot completely. But yeah, remind me later, and I'll give you a shout out. Try to post the link in the chat. Yeah, I watched a few of your videos, actually. They're entertaining, man. You and your girl have a good chemistry. You know, it's funny to watch. Alright, so got a few different ones. CLWT eventually bounced all the way back to 455. Another one, BOXL, is sitting right around that $10 level. It's got a big range on it though, but you can see BOXL here. Yeah, I'm watching that for Sorrel as well. Maybe down to 550 is what I'm looking at, Mitch, for that one. BOXL, watching this one under this 950 level. Maybe down to this 875 level. You can see if it drops under here, it's a good risk reward setup. You could set your risk, if it drops under 950 is what I mean, you could set your risk at 10. And you could set your reward down here at 875. So a little bit better risk reward for that one. So that's ultimately one I'm keeping an eye on. Yeah, outsiders. I was watching XE and E as well. I don't think it's tradable, but it's moving some. Looks like a low floater for sure. Unfortunately, I just can't trade it. And so I know I said I was watching this one as well, TRXC. I really want to see it hold over 250 though. So watching this one, see if it breaks 259. Historically, TRXC hasn't been the best one for me, at least. I haven't really had the best results with it. Yeah, don't worry about it, NYC. You'll bounce back. I mean, it was a green trade, so you got to be happy about that. Yesterday, I had a winning trade, but it eventually dropped more. I'm trying to remember the stock that I traded yesterday. If anybody remembers, let me know. I can't seem to think of it. WATT, Peter. No volume is the biggest thing. I mean, under 1775 may be interesting for a short, but we'll see. You know, no telling what it'll do. Also, this low here is right around that too. So 1770, 1775. Looks interesting, maybe down to 1750. But even though it was a very small gain, it was still a green day for me yesterday, and so I've been doing pretty well. It's time for me to up my sizing though, I think. I don't know if I'm going to do it today or not, but definitely been doing much better. Another little one that I'm keeping an eye on, I don't really know how I feel about it, is PPDF. Overall, it has a pretty small range. I mean, a 40-cent range so far in after hours. Maybe a little bit more, 50-cent range so far in after hours. So I could go either way with this one. If it breaks 742, it has to have volume though. Maybe a long if it breaks under 7, and also 688 where it closed yesterday. Maybe a short. So we'll see. But I'm watching PPDF as well. AYTU. You know, I'm keeping an eye on this one. The only place I can trade this one is on Robinhood, and so I can't really short it. And I didn't really see any catalyst that's out for it. I didn't see any news, and so the only way I can really get into this one is by going long. And so I'm watching it specifically over 50 cents. So we'll see what AYTU can do as well. Keeping an eye on it. I know Gargan. I tried, man. I tried. I'm back to using it though. The biggest thing is like my wife and I both use them, and so like if one of us, you know, if one of us keeps using it, the other one's gonna keep using it as well. It's hard to quit when you got somebody doing it right next to you, and so my wife and I talked about it. We're gonna pick a day because like we've been using these for years now, so we have them like all around our room. There's like ton of them, you know, a ton of them everywhere. So even if we don't buy new ones, there's still old ones that are around that we could use, and so we have to like clean out every one that's in our room and just throw it all away. That way we can't use it. You know what I mean? And so we're planning to do that this weekend. Just throw it all out. But I tried, man. I tried. I'm just glad. I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes, and so I'm just glad I quit those. I use these now. I don't smoke cigarettes at all, but I really have been thinking about just buying the ones that don't have nicotine in them, just buying the regular ones that have no nicotine and just using that to kind of curb my habit. Because I think more than anything, especially with smokers, is that the habit is, putting it in your mouth and pulling it back and forth with your hand. You know what I mean? Like, that's the habit. And so I'm trying to break that, and I think if I bought one that didn't have nicotine, that would work as well. Appreciate the sub, Justin. Welcome, man. Appreciate it. What's up, MV? SLNO. I actually like this one. I mean, it had a nice little volume spike before the close. Had more volume yesterday than it's had, for a while previously. So, I mean, it has a lot of resistance here, though. You can see at 2, it has a lot of resistance. So I think $2 the main point to watch around this one. It needs some volume, though. Biggest thing for SLNO. Yeah, I agree, Mitch. The habit is seeing smoke, deep breathing. That makes sense. Yeah, I like SLNO for a long, maybe. We'll see. All right, guys, we got 8 minutes until the open. I also wanted to give everybody a shout out that's donated money to me in the last, few weeks, up to $70. That's, it may not seem like much, but $70 is a lot for the last 2 weeks for me, and I appreciate it. That's awesome. So I know NYC, I know you donated 10 a few weeks ago. I appreciate that. 7, I know you donated 5, I think, or 10. Smoke or Snoke donated some, so appreciate everyone that took the time to do that. It means a lot. All right, so I actually like the fact that SORL is pushing up some. It's at 603. That gives me a little bit more room to short it if it breaks under 6. And so kind of watching this one. Like the fact that it's pushing up now. I'd rather it push up and have more room to short and fill the gap than fall down more, because I'd like it to be somewhat overextended, and it's still gapping up more than 10%, but the higher it is, the better it is for a short for me. The more room I have to short it, if that makes sense. What's up, Mitch L? Appreciate it, man. Yeah, powers up. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, that's what it is. It's just the habit of doing that and kind of messing with something. That's all it is. The problem with e-cigs, and the problem that I told my wife with these electric cigarettes, is that, like, when I smoked cigarettes, like, I would have to go outside to smoke, and so I might smoke one every hour, or like one every hour or two. Um, but with these electric ones, I can just sit there and smoke this thing all day, and so it's like I'm always smoking this thing. I'm never stopping. And so where a cigarette, I'd have to only smoke one every hour. I can sit there and hit this electric cigarette all day, and I do. And so that's the biggest problem I have with it, is that while it's healthier than regular cigarettes, I use it way more than I did regular cigarettes. So that's the biggest thing. HEAR. Welcome back, Mitch. Appreciate it, man. Mitch L. What's up, PK? What's up, man? Which one? HEAR. Watching this one around 1450, see if it gets rejected there, starts to drop. It's got a lot of resistance around there, so maybe a good short. It was up so much already yesterday, so we'll see if it can break this level down to 1350 maybe. And if it can break 1350, it's got room down to 12. So watching it around there specifically for HEAR. Man, look at CRON dropping big. Down to 670 now. Don't like it as much. We'll see what happens with it. Good morning, Charles. What's up, man? Yeah, we got some movers though. The market's been okay lately. I mean, you can see SORL up to 615, so I like it more and more for a short the more it pushes up. You know, I'm kind of torn though because, you know, my new kind of strategy is waiting for the first 10 minutes to pass. And so it's just harder to identify the setups, you know. That's the biggest thing. And a lot of times I like to get in going short when a stock breaks the low of the day. And so it's tough to do that, especially if it breaks it early. TNTR. I don't think I can trade PFNX. Let's see. No PFNX. Alright, so SORL is pushing up a lot so far. What's the SPY look like? Let's see what the SPY looks like today. SPY is gapping down. So let's see what happens with it. We got a minute and a half, guys, so good luck, everyone. You can see AYTU is pushing up. Holding over this $half level. That looks interesting. Look at SORL, though. Making a run up to 625 now. Gives me some room to short it. I'm going to watch something else here. Maybe TRXC instead of Cron. Moved Cron over to the other side of my watch list. Alright, so VIPS actually just touched the low of the day here. Look at VIPS. So this looks really interesting. We'll see what happens with the short. Gonna let it calm down some. It's sitting right around the low of the day. We got about 40 seconds until the market opens. But VIPS is sitting right around that low. It just broke under it. So we'll see how it acts at 12 for VIPS. Actually, I'm going to move this one over. I appreciate the sub, Eric. Welcome, man. Appreciate it. All right, market's opening up in 20 seconds, guys. Good luck, everyone. All right, so here it goes. Hopefully we can all make some money today. There's the bell. Big run up on SORL up to 655. Big push. Broke the high of pre-market already. Up to 675. So it doesn't look like this one's going to be a short today, guys. Up to 688. At least not a low of the day short as of now. Bounce on VIPS. CLWT dropping under 450, bouncing right back. NTLA dropping under that low of pre-market right there. BOXL bouncing some. SPY is dropping some this morning. I don't know. Look at SORL. SORL dropping all the way back under the $half. Same thing with VIPS, starting to fill that entire push. Coming back down to test 12. CRON looks like a good short here, really. Gonna wait for this $0.50 area and under 640. SORL breaking under the lows here, the low of the day here. CLWT trying to push back up. VIPS trying to break under 12 here. Wash out long on CLWT. SPY's breaking, starting to wash. The SPY's dropping pretty bad here. You see how big CORN is dropping pretty substantially as well. Look at CRON tank. CLWT breaking the high of pre-market here at 520. That's up to 530. Up to 545. Big move on CLWT. It's so hard to watch these and wait for the first few minutes to pass. But ultimately, I know it's better for my trading to wait for the first 10 minutes. Even though there's a lot of big swings, there's a lot of stocks swinging in the opposite direction. And so you can see VIPS sitting right around 12. But look at CLWT pushing up strong here. All right, there's the crack under the whole dollar on VIPS. Very, very tempting to jump in here. Up to 588 on CLWT. Big move here. Beautiful washout long setup. You can see the washout long. It washed out, broke this high right here at 465, and then continued. One minute pullback on CLWT. We'll see if it can break this 595 level and continue. And more importantly, $6. HTBX. HTBX had a nice little spike there. I'm surprised INO is not moving more than it did. BOXL up there around 11, starting to test 11. All right, so VIPS sitting there breaking under the low. Let's see if it holds that previous support as resistance now. Breaking over it, so this is why I wait. BOXL starting to crack under the lows here. Just broke the low of the day. Gonna watch it around 10 here. All right, so there's the crack under 10. Huge drop on BOXL. You see the crack under 10 here. Big drop under the low of the day on BOXL here. Spread's kind of crazy though. SPY big upwick. INO looks like it's bouncing off of 5, trying to push up here. A little bit of a washout long on INO. Up to 510. TRXC breaking under the lows here as well. SPY starting to rebound, so some of these other stocks may start rebounding here as well, depending on how they follow the SPY. Nice, Mitch. Nice trade, bro. All right, there's 950 test on BOXL. Cron starting to break the low again. Watching it around 616 here. But look at CROXN here, CRON, I should say. Looks like a good short. Keeping an eye on it. There's the crack under the lows. There's the drop. All right, so BOXL, I'm watching this one, see if it pushes up, holds that that $10 level as resistance, and then cracks under 950. If it does that, I'll probably jump in for a short. We'll see. Same thing with CRON, see if it holds the 635 area as resistance. If it does, it's starting to drop a little bit too much now. Gotta give it a little bit of time. VIPS ended up just faking people out. Glad I didn't jump in that one. SPY starting to drop more. CRON starting to tank. The SPY starting to get close to the low of the day again here, guys. So watch that. Alright, so 10 minutes has passed. I'm going to start looking for setups to get into. SPY's cracking under the low of the day here. Breaking under 271. You can see BOXL bouncing off of these previous support and resistance areas. Watching to see how it does there. INO had a little 1 minute pullback here. We'll see how it acts here. There goes SORL. Kind of missed this one. Yeah, I'd like to see a bounce too, and then a crack under 6. SPY starting to drop pretty hard here, down to 270, 70. Pretty big drop. MDGS, S-Fun. Oh yeah, look at MDGS here, it's running. Man, look at S-Fun here. High float stock, but it's moving. Alright, so CRON looks like it's cracking under this low here. Gonna watch it. There's the crack under. Kind of hesitated with it. It looks extended now. I don't know if I like it as much. Watching SORL here if it can crack under 6. Same thing with BOXL here. The reason I didn't jump in CRON is because it just looks extended here. It's already had 2 flags on the downside, and so a little bit more risky. Don't know if there's enough to take profit there. Nice, Power Zone. Congrats, man. VIPS is bouncing back here. MNK pushing up some. TNDM here. Look at TNDM. Alright, so here's SORL's crack under that low right there. Alright, so I want to see this previous support at $6 turn into resistance with SORL. I'll give it a little bit of time here. Also watching INO now. See if it gets under 5 as well. Oh my gosh. I guess I should trust what I see here, but man, that drop just happened so fast for SORL. Just kind of hesitated, but man, didn't get the chance to get into it. Alright, there's INOs cracking under the lows here. Really, I'd like to see it bounce and then get in if it gets rejected at 5. Not seeing the entries today. Alright, so here's Sorrel bouncing, testing 6 again. SPY starting to bounce some. Still watching BOXL here. It's kind of slowed down a little bit. Watching INO here for a short though. Especially if it starts to wash here. Really close to getting an INO here. Alright, so I'm in INO with 100 shares. Gonna try to let it drop some. Down to this 483 level. Stop set at about 495, 496. Mental stop, that is. Still watching BOXL for this crack under 950. Sorrel's just a lot of down wicks, kind of hard to predict here. Go ahead and set a stop at 5 so I can pay attention to BOXL here. Ugh, happened too quickly. There's the drop on BOXL. It's just too quick. Doesn't really get. I mean, I could get in at the low of the day break, but I'd like to see that previous support turn into resistance first. And I just didn't see that yet with this one. Happened really fast. I mean, there's a big pullback here, but this is acting really crazy. It's tough to get in with good risk reward here. There's a bounce back in INO. I'll let it test 5, I guess, but I'm going to jump out of it soon. Maybe hold it a little bit longer, we'll see. Hopefully it gets rejected at 5. RKDA has a lot of people talking here. RKDA, man, nice move here. Up to 1070. Really kind of interested in BOXL here. He broke under 950, held that previous support as resistance, and now it's starting to wash again. All right, there goes RKDA here, still pushing up strong. Up to 1105, big move. The biggest thing stopping me is all these down wicks on BOXL. RKDA up to 1128. The Discord, yeah, I'll plug it. Give me a second. SMRT. Yeah, SMRT's been kind of slowly grinding up here. Here you go, Randy. There's the Discord chat right there. CRON breaking under these lows here. This thing's still falling. I like it a little more now. We'll see. I'll try to give it a little bit more time here. Waiting to see if INO continues to fall here, cracks under this low. There we go. There's the crack. See if it continues here. Look for it down to 482, 483 maybe. Trying to give INO a little bit more time. It's got a lot of resistance or support underneath it though now, so I'll probably keep it on a pretty tight leash here and jump out if it starts to make any strong move up. Yeah, that's the biggest thing I'm worried about, Mitch, is the volume's low, starting to come down some. And it's got a lot of support underneath here. You can see all the support down here. So if it starts to push up in any reasonable way, I'm just going to jump out for a completely break-even trade. Try to stay optimistic. See if it can break under there, but I got to be reasonable here. It's got a lot of support underneath it. Just looking for a few more cent drops. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here with a $6 gain. Small gain, but I'll take it. The reason I got out is because you can see all the support. It's actually a bad risk-reward trade at this point. I mean, I'm not saying it won't continue to fall, but you know, you can see all these support levels underneath it. And I drew these another day, and so these are strong support levels, so that's why I got out of it. Risk would be 495. Rewards only a few more cents. So I'm not saying it won't continue to fall because it easily could, but I think I got a good move out of it for what the stock's range is on this specific day. I probably should have used a little bit larger sizing. Nice, Mitch. You and I had the exact same trade then, bro. Good trade, man. Great minds think alike, dude. I mean, I think we took advantage of that most of the big push here. The close is not too much lower, so. Yeah, I'm noticing CRON here. I've been thinking about getting into it with a few different trades, but you know, it's just been I almost got into it here, but I'm glad I didn't at this 620 break because right before I said I was overextended. And so you can see it dropped a little bit, but then it bounced right back. And so I'm kind of worried it'd do the same thing here. That's the only reason I haven't jumped in CRON. It's kind of going sideways more than it's going down right now. And so that's the biggest reason I haven't jumped in it quite yet. But yeah, guys, you always got to pay attention to risk reward. And like I said, I'm not saying INO won't continue to fall here because it very easily could. You never really know what a stock's going to do. I'm just saying if you look at all these support levels underneath it with the reward with the risk at 494, you know, it's just a bad risk reward trade at this point. You know, just because it has all this support and then the risk is bigger. So that's why I got out of it. Maybe you should have used a larger sizing, but you always got to focus and pay attention to the risk and reward of each trade, even while you're in the setup itself. So I'm happy with it. I mean, small gain, but I'll take it. In about a week, I should be using bigger sizing, and so now I'm just kind of practicing using bigger sizing. Been a pretty good last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks have both been good weeks. Had more winning trades than I have losing trades. So still just focusing on nice Ant. Yeah, everybody go check out Ant's channel. It's called The Green Screen. It's a really cool channel. They like him and his wife or his girl like review music videos and stuff. Pretty entertaining. They have good chemistry. I'll post a link in the chat really quick. Go check it out. I consider it a favor if you guys go and subscribe to that channel. I just posted the link. Really cool channels. Got some good videos, reviews, and kind of walks you through music videos and stuff like that. I watched the one on Childish Gambino's This Is America music video. It's pretty good, man. It's actually entertaining. Him and his wife have good chemistry. And, you know, it's fun to watch. So go check it out. Hit that subscribe button on that channel, guys. Nice, Power Zone. Good job, bro. Yeah, you can see INO starting to bounce here as well. Appreciate the sub, Vassal. Appreciate it, man. Welcome. Yeah, one of them, man. One of them. All right, so CRON pushing back up, testing the 619 level. SPY's been washing out. If you look at the SPY, I think RKDA is done here. No telling, though. You can see the SPY's washing out and a gap down last night, so... HTBX. Yeah, most of the market's down. A lot of stuff follows the SPY. And so, you know, you can see the SPY gapping down and then washing out some at the open. You know, a lot of these other stocks are like CRON, SORL, INO, AYTU, TRXC, which TRXC looks interesting here, but a lot of stocks are washing out because of the SPY. You can see TRXC breaking under these lows here. Kind of looks interesting. See if it can hold that 238 point as resistance now. You can see me and Mitch got out right around the low of this push here. We both got out right around 483, so 1 penny over the low. So that's what I call a good exit, man. I'm not saying it won't continue to fall, but I think our exit was on point with that one. CLWT picking up, Mitch. Mitch L. There's two Mitches, so I got to distinguish. I'm just going to call you Mitch L. CLWT. Yeah, CLWT was pretty strong today. I almost jumped in it with a washout long, but I just hesitated. FUN. HTBX. Yeah, good call on HTBX. I think pushed up nicely today. Even though it has a small range, it still made a decent move here. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of this INO trade. I got on right around the low of this push. I think everybody else that was in the trade, the reason it bounced is because everybody else sees all this support underneath it, and so it's tough, you know. SFUN. Let's see if it holds over 550 now. All right, insurance. See you, man. Nice, Mitch. Yeah, Isadis. I have a video on how I build my watch list. I have videos on almost everything I do, like the setups that I trade. I have multiple videos on kind of what I look for and why I jump into these positions. Charles, my commissions are $3, and so I netted $3 from that trade. But like I said, I'm getting ready to use bigger sizing, and so I'm just having a few small size days to make sure I have that consistency down before I go ahead and up my stakes a little bit. The last 2 weeks have been pretty good. I've had, just in the last 2 weeks, last week I had 2 losing days. The week before I only had 1. And then the week before that I only had 1. So in the last 3 weeks I've only had, I believe, 4 losing days. The other, however many that is, the other 17 have all been profitable. Oh no, not 17. The other 11 have all been profitable. So 11 out of 15 of the past 3 weeks of trading have been all profitable days. I've only had 4 losing days in the last 3 weeks, and so it's about that time for me to up my sizing. Been doing pretty well. Yeah, Isadis. Let me see here. I'll try to find how I build my watch list specifically. Give me a second. I'll try to post the link on how I find stocks that move during in the morning. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I got it right here. Yeah, this is the video on how I kind of find my stocks in the morning. Oh, wait. ATHX, Salty. Yeah, ATHX getting a nice little volume spike here. It's up to 234 now. Nice move. Getting a little volume spike. No problem. See you, Mitch L. Have a good one, man. Appreciate watching. Hope to see you tomorrow, man. A failed push on CLWT. Yeah, it's kind of at the make or break moment here around $6. CREG. Yeah, look at CREG having a nice little flag here. I missed this one as well. Yeah, I know. I'm watching CREG. I missed it, man. Just saw it. Nice move, though. Nice volume. More importantly, really nice volume here. CLWT is failing right down here. Bouncing off of 550. Up to 214. There it goes, breaking the high of the day here. I mean, I could try to get in on Robinhood, but I don't know. I don't like that upwick. We'll see. SAEX. No vol. I mean, it has okay volume. It's just choppy and not really moving as much as I want it to. It's just slow. The range for today is only 20 cents, and so very small range. Not really much volume to talk about, and so for that reason, it's just not my cup of tea. I just don't like it as much. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. If you haven't already and you want to watch me day trade live every weekday morning, hit the subscribe button on this video. I go live every weekday at 8:45 a.m. market time, and I stream until about anywhere from 10:10 to 10:30 market time. But yeah, guys, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it if you do. And if you want to do me a favor and appreciate this content, hit the like button right now in this video. It does help support us, and I really appreciate any support I can get. So click the like button if you want to help me out. I really appreciate it if you do. And yeah, guys, another profitable, although small day for me. A very small gain, but it's another green day, so I'll take it. Should be moving up in size pretty soon. Have had a pretty good last 3 weeks trading. Definitely have some consistency going, and so hopefully I can keep it going tomorrow. But like I said, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the like button if you want to help support us, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. I'll see you all tomorrow at 8:45. Thanks, guys.